ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I have your attention, please? Coming to you from the digital universe somewhere. This is Far Out Fiesta episode 202. 202 MA in Flight. I am your host and humble narrator, Richard Houghton.
Yay!
Please give it up for amazing cast, Juliana Briscoe.
Yay!
Rob Hudspeth. And Kristen Key.
Yeah.
If you could live in a fictional world and or place, what fictional world and or place would you live in? So that means it could be any realm, any fictional realm. You want me to go first? I can go first.
Go first, Richard. I need to think.
Oz was the first thing that came to my mind because there are lots of things in Oz that seemed pretty cool. Some of them were a little dangerous, but I think I could handle them. I could handle a winged monkey. You got one, Rob?
I do. I would have to say Gotham City.
Ooh, nice.
Give me Gotham City and the grime and the dirt and the Batman,
Very nice.
Joker Man and the penguins and all that stuff.
I like it.
I want to live in a world where I have a chance of getting hit by a Batmobile.
Perfect.
That's what I want.
All right. What about you, Kristen?
Yeah. What about you?
Can I go last?
Juliana, what about you?
I don't know. It's in my brain. I want to go to everything. Because, I used to dream in cartoons. So part of me wants to say comic books. Part of me wants to say, like, Narnia. Part of me wants to say, like, someplace, like, that I could create anything. Like, maybe, like, Rick and Morty, where, like, science creates everything that I can step of. I don't know.
All right. You can have a combination if you want.
I want everything, Richard. I just want
right. You got it. I grant that. What about you, Kristen?
I'm sure I'll think of something way better late tonight when I'm laying in bed. Can I pick a video game though?
Of course you can.
There's a video game called Jack and Daxter.
Yeah?
It's just like this, the second and third one goes into this futuristic world. And,
Cool.
I don't know.
All right. Awesome.
Count for sure.
Okay.
Gotta live in them vicariously as part of the game, so why not do it for real, like,
Woo.
Fallout
That's a great answer. I think it's cool.
or
Like it.
Oblivion.
I like it. As always,
Tonight's show is based on a true story.
What is MA in flight? Oh God, I hope it's not something ridiculous like a podcast that streams on a plane.
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Is watching it voluntary?
Watching it is involuntary.
Even if you close your eyes, it gets in.
It's additional punishment for choosing Maverick Airlines, is what a hater would say, but not me. I love Maverick Airlines.
MA in Flight is Maverick Airlines' new mid-air podcast. When they needed an in-flight mid-air podcast, they came to FOF.
Anyway, if every week the podcasts are too hard, why would they come to us?
One reason.
Edibles?
It's a cost-cutting measure.
Yes, FOF is much cheaper than network television.
Yeah, except CBS. Take that, Nora O'Donnell.
Why are you always slamming Nora O'Donnell?
I have my reasons.
No.
Guys, double parked. Can we get back on track?
FOF partnered with Maverick Airlines to develop this MA in Flight podcast.
That's right.
So what do we get from the partnership?
And don't say pretzels.
Digital pretzels.
Anything else we need to let the audience know so that they understand what's going on?
Before a few of the podcast segments, there'll be pop-up ads.
Could subscribers get those pop-up ads by upgrading their service?
Oh, they sure could.
Text Rob personally for details.
Hey, did you text me already?
I hate pop-up ads.
What's a digital pretzel?
Far out. Let's Fiesta. MA in flight. Hello, Maverick Airlines passengers. This is your old pal, Maverick Airlines announcer Porterhouse. Welcome to MA in flight.
I'm Maverick flight attendant Maverick February. I like to say my name multiple times in multiple different ways because, you know, I'm special like that. Take note of the wrist and neck restraints. Do not even try to turn MA in flight off. Not only is it impossible, if you even try, I'd chop at least one thumb off. Both, time permitting.
I'm Maverick Captain Demarest, and this is your captain speaking. Viewing MA in flight is mandatory, like all the P tests I have to take.
Positives.
I'm Maverick CEO Connie Gaines. MA in Flight is a digital audio blog, podcast, internet radio show that
Digital audio blog podcast internet radio. Well, that sounds like the coolest thing in the world.
Passengers want to be cool, don't you? In the afterlife.
MA in Flight is Maverick Airlines' version of everyone's favorite in-flight magazine. Do you passengers realize how often people wipe with their print?
Boo!
Yeah. How many people wipe with their print version of MA in Flight?
Do you passengers realize how many toenails you find in those magazines between flight?
Ounces?
Kilos.
You Maverick Airlines slobs are mostly horrible people, but we're not saying most of you deserve to die trying to get from Midland, Texas to Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
I am. You deserve to die trying to get from Midland, Texas to Pineland, Arkansas.
This is your captain speaking. I'm pretty sure I heard someone say kilos. Are we gonna get to that when the hookers get here? I'm sorry, what was the question?
By viewing this podcast, you give up all of your rights to hold Maverick Airlines responsible for any negative thing in perpetuity.
Well, that sounds very legal and binding.
It is.
Complaining about any of your restraints will only make them tighter.
Connie,
Howdy.
Howdy, Maverick Airlines passengers. I'm Maverick Airlines CEO Connie Gaines, and I'd like to welcome you to MA in Flight.
Your Maverick Airlines crew members and announcer will appear throughout this podcast.
Crew members who ain't buried deep in the witness protection program for squealing on the knockoff Pringles mob.
Now, some of our passengers can also participate in our Maverick Airlines trivia contest.
At least one of you lucky passengers will also receive eye drops in your beverage, which will give you the worst diarrhea of your life. After that, the seatbelt signs are on. Prove it in court.
Now, models are allowed to fly the cockpit. I'll need to see pictures first. Is what I would have said had I not gone through all the HR training.
Okay, for nearly 5,000 decades,
6,000 years.
Maverick Airlines has been connecting people with perhaps extensive criminal records.
Yeah, not just BS drug convictions.
Connecting people to what's important in their lives.
No matter how pathetic they are.
Exactly. We do that through friendly, reliable, low-cost air travel. This is our stated mission.
Now, our unstated mission is smuggling Sonoran desert toads.
Our mission fuels our desire to bring loathsome people together and make the world a better place.
By removing them from gym pipe.
Maverick Airlines is looking to the future.
Because the present can't get much worse.
We have a deep sense of obligatoriness.
A made up word.
A real word. Obligatoriness to protect our planet from future generations.
Over the years, Maverick Airlines has made dangerous progress in our efforts to reduce our carbon footprint.
Studies show that there's a direct correlation between our reduced carbon footprint and an extreme lack of safety.
And we use fewer natural resources and repurposed materials. I guess we're ignoring what I just said about safety. Maverick Airlines, committed to reducing our carbon footprint.
Until it becomes difficult.
Yeah, probably.
What the hell is that?
A pop-up ad.
Joy Bundles
Stork Restaurant.
For more info, click here.
Mrs. Buttersworth hasn't aged well. Find out more, click here.
Joy Bundles Stork Restaurant, East St. Louis, West Memphis locations.
Which Hollywood star may have been raised with leeches? Find out more info, click here.
Joy Bundles in Whooping Crane Casinos offers something for everyone with spectacular restaurants from shoeless to fine dining and luxurious hotels.
Find out what Secretary of Interior David L. Bernhardt doesn't want you to know. Find out more, click here.
Finest stork steaks.
Who is spying on you? Click here now.
Freshest seafood directly from a stork's stomach.
Skip ad. Ha ha, you can't.
Exquisite stork wines.
Which Hollywood star doesn't want you to finish The Last Little Debbie? Click here now.
Live stork entertainment.
Snake Farm with
Captain Dimmerist.
Now, you know that feeling when you bite into a spider and it pops in your mouth?
Lord, no.
I lived on spiders in Libya for most of 2004. I was a mega covert.
This isn't what your segment was supposed to be like. I call a do-over.
When Maverick Captain Demarest travels, he of course likes to do it under an assumed name.
Ron Polillo.
He's deceased.
I don't travel that often.
Maverick Airlines Captain Demarest won't check into a hotel. He won't check into what he calls a brain harvesting corporate hotel.
He looks for boutique hotels meets bamboo cage, like From the Deer Hunter, but with Evian in the mini fridge.
I sleep like a baby in those mother suckers, but prefer Topo Chico.
Really?
Topo Chico is delicious.
The other thing.
Well, most of the war on drugs is because of me. See, I wanted to stay in trendy digs like the History District in Pod City's graduate snake milker neighborhood.
Not to be confused with Pod City's undergraduate Snake Miller neighborhood.
So should I start over again? When Maverick Captain Demarest travels, he...
No.
See, I stayed in a quarter-scale version of a room in an early 15th century Gothic revival-style church, shoved into an American Park restroom cinder block bathroom motif. They could sleep up to 20 snakes for milking.
What does one use snake milk for?
Well, see, they squirt it from fang directly into your honey snakes.
Like honey smacks?
Only with snakes.
And it's the only kind of milk we serve on Maverick Airlines.
And there is no conflict of interest.
All our lawyers quit.
Talk more about where you stay.
Well, you see, the place was called the Pubic Lice Shack.
Classy crap. Just saying that makes me itchy and squirmy.
Now, I had a room that can best be described as subpar portolet.
Oh.
But it was in this amazing herp community.
By herp, I hope you mean the prefix for reptiles and not the prefix for herpes.
Herpes? A-holes.
His reptiles.
At Pubic Lice Shack, snakes Handlers, milkers, guys that know what, when it comes to cool belts, come together.
Pubic lice, shack reptile freaks, and other weirdos can sleep amongst the snakes or can opt for individual rooms.
Now, I opted for the latter. I mean, my room included an entertainment room, perfect for my slumber parties and mezcal tastings.
Thank you, by the way, for the invite to the slumber party.
Never tell me any details about those slumber parties.
Now, I might like to make my stay there permanent. Captain D is off the grid.
It takes more than just saying that.
Bummer. Am I off the grid now?
No, still on the grid.
Suck.
Honey, sweet
tooth.
If there's one thing everybody knows about me, it's that
You have a flypaper tongue that catches insects.
not that.
You have eyes on your epiglottis.
Not that.
Oh.
You were born with 23 fingers on your left hand.
No. I have a sweet tooth that can only be satisfied by Tennessee barbecue.
Barbecue is not the first thing that comes to mind when I think of sweets.
Barbecue is synonymous with Tennessee, and some of the best in the entire state can be found in Nashville.
They're planning to rename the state and call it barbecue.
Family owned and operated in the Gully neighborhood. It's the Legless Pig. Speaking of enjoying barbecue at home.
We were, you know.
Well, if you're craving those dry rubbed hog necks once you've left Tennessee, there is no need to fret. The hog necks are available for drone delivery right to your face. This has been Connie Sweet Tooth. Up next, February music.
February music.
I am Maverick, flight attendant February, and this is February music. Tonight's segment focuses on the folk duo Gin and Tonic.
I love all alcohol in excessive amounts.
This segment is about a folk duo.
Well, I still felt the need to profess my love of alcohol. But tell us more about Gin and Tonic.
In 2011, folk duo Gin and Tonic launched the Earworm Music Festival as a celebration of music, food, and blackout drunkenness. Their sound has been described as the last gasp of a rat being flattened by a wheelbarrow.
And we will all be looking forward to the Earworm Music Festival this year.
We won't be able to get it out of our head.
And this has been February music. Up next, Maverick Airlines trivia after this annoying pop-up ad.
Imaginary phone.
Imaginary phone, very expensive and barely visible.
You can skip this out in 10 seconds.
Imaginary phone. Simultaneous multitasking subject to streaming app compatibility, if you believe.
Screw you, I lied. There's no skipping this ad.
Imaginary phone, compatible with games that support non-existent Bluetooth controllers.
Imaginary phone, 5G coverage available in dreamed up markets.
Imaginary phone product features and performance may vary and are subject to network availability and connectivity not really existing.
This ad will repeat 1,000 times, and there's no stopping it.
Imaginary phone. Actual battery time may vary depending on supposed net connectivity and figmental application use.
Imaginary phone. Maverick Airlines
Trivia.
Folks, we thought before we shared some information that could save your... Folks, we thought before we shared some information with you that could save your lives,
We'd play a little trivia.
For some prizes and... Oh, screw this. Captain D out.
Anything goes at Maverick Airlines, and what makes it so fun is that passengers are sacrificed by or
chosen. They're chosen.
passengers are chosen, thank you, to play for fabulous prizes.
Now tell them about the penalties.
I thought you were out.
Hey, your mom's out.
We have 2 trivia questions. We will be asking our perceived lucky passengers. We have identified 3 correct answers for these trivia questions.
When a team has the correct answer, it's a point. If not, they are shameful losers and should consider some kind of leper isolation. 3 questions.
All right, well, tell them about the punishments from the penalties.
Our questions have been randomly selected, as have our prizes and punishments.
Well, finally, some punishment talk.
Let's sacrifice our lucky passenger contestants.
Well, choose them.
Whatever. Yeah, we all have, we have all of their profile information and will present it in an unflattering light.
Our first team of passenger contestants are passenger 21C.
This seems like the worst thing ever.
A little about passenger 21C. She is from Arkansas City. As a young adult, passenger 21C worked as a cigarette girl at a resort. Wait, how sucking old is she?
And her teammate will be none other than passenger 3B first class.
Must I partner with a stowaway?
I'm in business class.
Ugh, same diff.
Now, a little bit about passenger 3B first class. Now, people say he owns several large corporations. People are saying he owns a mocha mine, a staple plantation, an all rollerblade railroad, and a Crisco well.
Our second team of passenger contestants are passenger 3A first class.
This will be the first time I have enjoyed the company of the help, and by enjoy the company of, I mean, you know.
Well, everybody knows what you mean.
Little bit passenger 3A first class. She's from New York, Palm Beach, and of course Paris. She speaks fluent French, Italian, and belittling.
And her teammate will be none other than passenger 21A.
Wait. Belittling is a language?
Of course it is, you stupid baby.
Little bit about passenger 21A. He's an accident-prone crane operator who's quick to anger. He's also good at bowling and a member of the Menudo Forever Fan Club.
I'll let you know who's right and who's wrong. And as for Maverick CEO Connie Gaines,
I'll ask the questions.
Now, wait a minute. You didn't tell them about the penalties.
Okay, for 1 point, a popular expression goes, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the what? Okay, your teams can discuss and to come up with your ultimate answer.
Yacht.
A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the yacht? I don't think that's it.
I mean, I paid $18 million for my 156-foot yacht.
I think the answer is bush.
Is that your ultimate answer?
Oh, Bush is our ultimate answer.
Second team, same question. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the...
Space Yacht.
No, it's Bush, lady. The answer is Bush.
Hey, Bush is our ultimate answer, whatever.
Maverick Flight Attendant September, will you please celebrate the correct answers and ridicule the wrong ones?
Both teams did an exemplary job. I love them all, and I want to become a meaningful part of their lives. That brings our score 1-1. All right, second question.
Question 2. Team 1, a well-known children's game is called Duck, Duck, Blank. Team 1, please fill in the blank.
And cover.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. The answer is goose.
And cover. Ultimate answer.
Question 2, Team 2, a well-known children's game is called Duck, Duck, Blank. Team 2, please fill in the blank.
30,000 a month on wine.
Lady, Lady, the answer is goose. Goose is the ultimate answer.
Maverick, Flight Attendant September, will you please celebrate the correct answers and ridicule the wrong ones?
Team 2, excellent work. We may go easy on you. Oh, thank you.
Go easy on us.
And Team 1, you are so wrong. You are so stupid. You are so smelly, and you will never be worthy of human kindness.
A quick tally of the final scores. Team 1 scored 1 point. Team 2 scored 2 points. Team 2, you win. One of you just might get a parachute.
And for Team 2?
We're making you into pudding.
That was such a fun game.
Yeah, it really was.
And that takes us right up to our final landing gear segment. Landing gear. Landing gear is the segment Maverick Airlines uses to share vital safety information.
Vital safety information mixed in.
Now, when I get a mix in from Sonic or Dairy Queen, I mix in gin and propofol. That's if I'm keeping it a breakfast mix in and I need a little light.
Landing gear is the segment Maverick Airlines uses to have vital safety information mixed in with exciting items that you can purchase.
Vital safety information and cool crap to make your emergency landing more tolerable. And there's a pretty good chance there will be one.
You have to keep in mind that the percentage of times Maverick Airlines has to make a emergency landing is equal to a percentage.
Our crash to death ratio continues to exceed the barely acceptable standard to which we occasionally hold ourselves accountable.
Now, what does a mother sucker have to do to get a drink around here? What were we doing?
Emergency landing information for passengers.
Well, who knows what to do when we crash?
Well, I'd expect the captain to know that.
And I'd expect the sucking announcer to know his sucking place. I'm sorry, I'm sobering up. Nobody wants that.
How about I start then?
My hands are shaking like a chihuahua bobblehead.
We want to make sure our guests are ready in case of emergency landing.
We have enough of them that we've gotten really good at these procedures. Okay, that came out different than I meant it.
I don't even know what an emergency landing is right now. I don't really know what anything is. I am not doing very well.
An emergency landing is a prioritized landing made by an aircraft in response to an emergency containing an imminent or ongoing threat to safety.
I'd also like to mention that as you're going down, emergency landing, you can purchase 3D gear to augment the final moments of your death.
An emergency landing is a prioritized landing operation of an aircraft or involving a sudden need for a passenger or crew on board to be on land, such as a medical emergency.
Sometimes when passengers get real sick, we put them with the luggage.
You can purchase 3D gear 90-degree virtual reality headsets to immerse you in a 3D world.
I do not believe in a third dimension.
Well, an emergency landing is usually a forced diversion to the nearest or most suitable airport or airbase.
Or carport.
Or above ground pool.
A strip club.
Yeah. An emergency landing is a forced diversion in which air traffic control must prioritize and give way immediately upon the declaration of the emergency.
The Maverick 1217 is coming in hot. Clear the sucking airport.
No glasses necessary, just focal and pupil lens distance for visual comfort and crisp, clear imaging.
We realize that we didn't give you passengers any information about what to do in an emergency landing.
It's every passenger for themselves.
Yeah.
Lightweight portable design features adjustable headbands, foam buffer, cooling vents, and sun visor.
Folks, this is your captain speaking, and here's what you need to know about emergency landings. When we have to make one, you better hope your next of kin has things in order. Emergency landing. This is your captain speaking. Everyone hold your breath. I'm setting us down at Town East Mall. There's really nothing wrong with the plane. It's just closer to me, and they have a Cinnabon that I really like.
And this has been Far Out Fiesta episode 202, MA in Flight. I have been your host and humble narrator, Richard Houghton.
He has been. He has been.
Please give it up for amazing cast, Kristen Key,
Yeah.
Juliana Briscoe, and Rob Hudspeth, and special guest Berg Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy coming in for Landon.
Has anybody got any cool stuff they need to share with the billions of viewers?
Uh,
All right. I don't either.
Half White, it's on Amazon.
That's right.
Really wanna.
You do. You need to go do that right. Well, you're watching this right now, but as soon as this ends, you need to go do that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Uh,
We can wait.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. See you next week.